Have you noticed things are getting a little louder? Well, people are getting louder. Maybe another way to say this is, why are we yelling so much? Why are we shouting at each other? Why are we screaming at the waiter or the Walmart cashier? Why are school board meetings becoming war zones? It's like, whoa, that can't be healthy. And maybe the question is obvious why all of this craziness is going on. People are angry and they don't know what to do with that emotion. So let's talk about what I believe is the most misunderstood emotion of all time, anger. Anger has gotten a bad rap. It gets blamed for a lot of bad behavior, and anger gets ignored and buried and pushed down until all of a sudden it comes spewing out like a volcanic eruption. Now, let me ask you something. Is that anger's fault, or is that our inability to process this very important emotion? I think humans and anger are a lot like Pop-Tarts. You know those rectangular squares that you put in your toaster in the morning? You pull them out of the bag and pop them into the toaster, and then the heat is slowly applied to the Pop-Tart over a couple minutes, and then the toaster finishes the process by launching it up, and we grab it, and that Pop-Tart feels nice and it feels warm, and we can't wait to take a scrumptious, delicious bite out of our Pop-Tart. But be forewarned, and you better be careful, because it may feel warm on the crusty part of the Pop-Tart, but inside, you know that jelly is scorching hot, and you're gonna burn your tongue out if you're not careful. And then you're not gonna be able to taste anything, including your Pop-Tarts, for the next 3 days. Humans are the Pop-Tart. The jelly is the anger. And we go about our day and heat is applied to our outer crust, little frustrations, little challenges, financial stresses, the kids are driving us nuts. It's the toaster heating the outside of the Pop-Tart. But the inside jelly, the anger, it's getting really hot the longer you apply that heat. But it's not the jelly that's the problem. It's our inability to recognize the daily heat applied to our lives and our foolishness and not realizing that the jelly is getting really hot. And listen, you'll either learn to process and respect your anger, or you will get burned by it. And not only you get burned by it, but those around you get burned by it too. So what is anger? Anger is a message with intense energy. Anger is a story inside that is being silenced. Anger is also one of your most powerful tools to drive you to new levels of growth. So here's a couple lies that we often believe about anger. Lie number 1, anger is a bad thing. Nope. Remember, there are no bad emotions. Anger is a feeling, and feelings are not bad or good. They're just messages. The only bad thing is when we allow anger to hijack our best selves. The message of anger is lost when we become emotionally out of control. Lie number 2, anger is always destructive. When I'm working with my clients, one of the things that we do is honor the anger and then use it as a launching pad for change. We use it as a fuel to get to the next level. Now, I always say anger needs to be short-term fuel, not fuel for the rest of our lives, but it can be used to help us move forward. And when we need to boost out or break bad habits that have sabotaged our lives for too long, we can use anger to do just that. Or when we're in a toxic relationship and we can't find the courage to leave, we can use anger to walk away. Or when we have neglected our needs for decades and made everyone else a priority, we can use anger now to break these patterns and establish new healthy rhythms. Anger used in the right way, in a healthy way, can be a powerful tool for change. It's not always destructive. So lie number 3, anger is an acceptable excuse for bad behavior. Sorry. I see this logic used a lot as some sort of justification for unkind and inappropriate way that we treat each other. It's like, I'm angry. I have the right to act this way, to hurt others, to hurt myself. I'm sorry, but no. Anger is not a hall pass for unacceptable behavior. You see, someone who isn't emotionally smart will blame their emotions for their actions, but people with a high EQ will take responsibility for their feelings and process it in a healthy way. Anger can be a powerful tool for you. It doesn't have to undermine your life. You don't have to be the Pop-Tart, but instead you can be the emotionally intelligent person with a high EQ. I'm Mike Foster. This is EQ, and we'll see you next time. And remember, if this has been helpful to you, it might be helpful to someone else too. So please take a moment and share and like this video.